What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to uh, another technical video. So today we are going to be discussing how you can tune your 2021 Plus Supra. So I get asked this question a lot in the comments just because obviously as Toyota releases more vehicles, more Supras in particular, their ECUs are going to be locked. So we are going to be going through the entire process. So hopefully this will you know, dispel any confusion just because there's a lot of misinformation that is going around on Facebook, forums, whatever it is. So hopefully this video will be the end all be all, but if not, that's perfectly fine. So if I miss anything, let me know, or if I didn't cover anything in particular, leave it down in the comments below. So let's go ahead and begin. So first, you want to figure out whether or not your ECU is unlocked. So if it's a pre-June 2020 ECU, then it can be just bench unlocked and tuned with whatever software you decide. But if it is after that date, June 2020, then unfortunately you'll have to pull out your ECU and send it out to FEMTO. So the way that you can figure this out is pretty easy. So I already popped the hood of my Supra. So mine's the 2020, so I mean it's already tuned, all that stuff. But for any of you folks that have a 2021 Plus, you'll go under your hood. So I already did this, but this cover is going to be over this. So you'll pop it off, and this is your ECU right here. So there is two tabs. There's one tab right there. It'll focus. But either way, it's right there. There's another tab. It's a little bit dark, but it's about right here. There's two of them. You'll basically pull them like this, and you'll just pull your ECU a little bit up so you can access it. So the way that you can tell the date is on a sticker. The ECU sticker is like, if I can pull this damn thing. So right there. So I'll take a screenshot, or I'll take a picture of that. So there's a section, as you guys can see with a picture, on the top left of the QR code shows the manufacturer date for the ECU. So if your ECU shows, if you're a 2021 owner, there's a handful of Supras that can actually be tuned, because even though they're a 2021 model year, the ECU manufacturer date is on or before June 2020. But if you're one of the very many people whose dates is past that, then sorry, you're out of luck. You'll have to get it unlocked. So we'll go over those steps so you'll know how to choose what route you want to take, just because again there's so much information out there. So hopefully this video does help with your decision making. So if you guys like the information that I'm about to present, make sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff, so I know what type of content that you guys want me to make. So I'll go over that. I'm going to put the camera on a tripod and we'll discuss those details. All right, now that we have the camera set up and everything, I'm going to leave some space here in this side of the screen so I can put all of the information there visually, just on a table like some of my other more technical videos. I'm not a huge fan of just like the talking head videos where they like spit out a bunch of shit and then it's like you're trying to figure out what the hell they're talking about and rewinding. So I'm going to add bookmarks also down here so you can use a scroll bar to figure out what timestamp, so you can figure out what pertains to you. So we'll go ahead and begin. So the differences between the 2020 and the 2021 Plus, if you guys aren't already aware, is that for the 2021 model years, you can fully unlock your ECU and tune either through EcuTek, BM3, MHD, whatever you choose. You just have to do a bench unlock, and then you have the capability to tune on those platforms. So if you're really wanting the maximum value, so you're not having to cough up a lot of money just to tune your cars, I would suggest getting a used 2020 example. So thankfully, during this time of the year, at the time of the recording of this video, prices are going down. So they're not like obscenely priced where they were after COVID, where everything was in short supply and then people were just price gouging, customers. At least you guys can, find one at a reasonable price. So if you're one of those folks who got a 2021 example with an ECU manufacture date of post June 2020, then what you'll have to do is you'll have to send out your ECU to FEMTO, have them unlock it, and then you can do the tuning of your choice. So the tuning of your choice, it's going to differ. So make sure to stay tuned in the video or just skip to that particular timestamp that is in the description box below, and you can find out what you need to do. So before I continue on, if you are one of those folks with a locked ECU, so again, post June 2020 manufacturer date of that ECU, you can still modify your car. I wouldn't really consider it to be tuning or full custom tuning. Is do it through JB4. So I know a lot of people who have gone that route and they've been pretty happy with the results. So the go-to guy there is Jesse DeBears. So I'll put his name down here. So you guys can either reach out to him on Facebook or Instagram. I don't remember his Instagram off the top of my head. So I'll just insert it down here. But anyways, post June 2020 ECU manufacture date. So I'm just going to strictly refer to it as that in this video, just because if I use the umbrella term of 2021 plus, some people whose 2021s can actually be tuned without doing this FEMTO unlock will be confused. So make sure you guys check the manufacturer date of your ECU, like I mentioned at the very beginning of the video, so you know what situation you're at. So anyways, the most cost-effective route is honestly going through FEMTO directly. So you can reach out to them on Instagram through @FEMTOEVO. I'll put that down here, or their website, femtool.com. So they are the service originally located in Russia, but with the Ukraine war and just the amount of sanctions that Russia has received, they ended up moving their operations to Finland. So you can still send your packages there, wire them the money, whatever, to do this service, and you don't have to worry about all the politics related to that. So you'll use DHL to send your ECU over to them. I personally haven't done this, so if you're interested in doing this, make sure to reach out to FEMTO for further instructions. But a lot of the tuning shops around that send the ECUs to FEMTO, they already use DHL, so you can also do that. So this route obviously takes a little bit more work, but if you guys are wanting to play as safe of a route as possible, you can pay said tuning shops such as Visconti, GTP Motorsports, Euro Performance Center, and then a handful of others to send your ECU on your behalf to FEMTO. So obviously they're gonna charge whatever cost that they want to do that. So you guys can check out their websites so you can find out what that cost is exactly. Again, I'm not going to cover that in this video. I'm just going to let you know that it is possible to reach out and send your ECU to FEMTO. There have been people who's done that, and they've had the same results as if you were to do it through a tuning shop. So pick your poison. So for the 2021 tuning process, if you are going to go the BM3 or MHD route, I'll discuss the EcuTek later in this video, or you can skip to that using the scroll bar or the chapter markers. What you will need to do is, if you're going to do the BM3 route, you'll need to make sure that you purchase BM3 and activate it prior to you pulling your ECU and sending it to FEMTO. Because according to Visconti's website, if you buy the BM3 software after FEMTO already did your work for the ECU, then you'll have to pay them again just so you can load up the custom software BM3. So make sure you guys do that. But if you are going the MHD route, then you don't need to worry about this. So you'll pull your ECU, where I showed you guys with my own car. Obviously, I'm not going to pull my own ECU, but you'll pull your ECU and send it to FEMTO through DHL or whatever shipping company that you guys decide to do. So FEMTO is going to unlock the calibration section of the ECU. They're going to patch the torque limiters and then load in the custom code if you're going to do BM3. Then they will return the ECU to you, plug it back into your car, and then you can tune using BM3 or MHD. So that is the steps for that route. So now we will go over the post-June 2020 ECU manufacturer date route if you are going to go with EcuTek. This is assuming that you are going to take care of all of this, send it to FEMTO yourself again. So what you'll need to do, very first step, is you'll need to obtain a pre-June 2020 ECU. So either through eBay or a pick and pull or whatever website online, I don't know. But you'll have to find a pre-June 2020 ECU because you'll use that ECU to clone into your car's ECU, whatever it came with. So what you'll do is you'll send that pre-June 2020 ECU and your car's ECU over to FEMTO. Once you do that, FEMTO is going to unlock your original ECU and they are going to clone the pre-2020 manufacturer date ECU to the ECU that came with your car. So then you can, tune it through EcuTek. So once you get the ECU, you can plug it back in and then you can choose whichever tuner you want to go with and then purchase the EcuTek license and pay the tuner whatever fee is associated with the mods that is on your car. So that is the EcuTek route. So this is why if you are really trying to do most budget effective routes with just going crazy with your Supra, get a model year 2020 Supra. Otherwise, you're going to have to go through all of those steps. So now you might be wondering to yourself, what is the difference between EcuTek, BM3, and MHD? I know there's a couple of other tuning platforms out there, but I'm not going to go over that in this video, so just Google it or search it up on YouTube if you're wanting more information on that. I'm just going to cover those three. So the differences are EcuTek, it's going to offer the full custom tuning. Tuners also prefer to go that route just because there's more customizable options on there. They can add safety features to just make sure that your car operates as smoothly and safely as possible. There's no OTS, so I'm sure if you came from some of the other platforms out there, I came from Subarus, I know Cobb has like OTS maps. EcuTek doesn't offer that. However, with BM3, they do offer OTS maps. So if you guys are just going to do very simple setup that a lot of other people will do, like a downpipe, E50 tune or E30 tune or downpipe exhaust intake really doesn't increase the power, but if you want to do that route. So basically, non-port injection, non-big turbo cars, BM3 would probably be your best option. You can run the OTS maps, and then if you decide to cough up the extra money, you can pay for custom tuning through there. So there's a handful of tuners that will tune through BM3, but I'm not going to go over that in this video. You can do your own research. And last but not least, MHD, that's probably just going to be the most simple option out of these three. So they have OTS maps, but they're really just there to increase power. There's not really any customizable options for you. The great thing about them is just how simple they are. So they have they have different dongles, I can't remember the color, that you can just simply plug into the OBD2 port of your Supra. and then you can just flash those maps. And then you can also use their dongles to flash the XHP transmission software. So if you guys are wanting to tune your TCU, you can do that. So those are the differences between the three. So pick your poison. Hopefully all the information that I provided in this video does help you out, because I know there's a lot of stuff out there and it can be super confusing, just because whenever I was doing the research for this video, I mean, it was confusing. So if you guys have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them below, or if you guys just need any advice, whatever it is, let me know. Feel free to also reach out to me on Instagram at vc.ou. I'll leave it down here, so you can just shoot me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So again, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video.